So the previous owner of this business took meticulous notes, and it's like an old Vietnam vet guy. So a lot of the notes are like more statements than they are directives, but they really fall into one of those two categories. And like today, I read a note that said that one of the guys he had talked to had long hair like a hippie. And then today I go to this client, and on the file folder, right on the outside of the manila folder, it says, "Ask Kyle about Tubbsy." So when I walked in, I was supposed to go talk to the manager, Kyle, and I said to Kyle, after I told him that, I had bought the business, I said, "Look," I said, "I have the original notes," and I said, "It says here I need to ask you about Tubbsy." And he just starts laughing hysterically. And he's like, "That's so funny." He says, "Yeah, when we were getting the flagpole installed, my wife was pregnant." And I'm like, "Oh shit." And he's like, no. He goes, my son, when he was born, was 10 pounds, 15 ounces. And so I nicknamed him Tubbsy, and the previous owner obviously had remembered that. But I was like, immediately I had this flashback back to the show The Office, where Michael Scott writes down basically stuff you shouldn't say to the client, and then Dwight like steals his notes and says all the things you shouldn't say to the client. So I was cracking up about that. But I think what I'm going to do now that I have, I got my service guy in the Mid-Atlantic, I'm probably going to have to hire a service guy up here, especially if we get up to like the 160s, 170s, which would be great, is that I'm going to work tonight on, currently I keep all my inventory with Sortly, which is kind of this like sorting app, and basically me and the guy that does the service for me down in the Mid-Atlantic, we just scan a QR code for like a replacement clamp or a clasp or something, and then, the dog's eating out of the trash, that's funny, and then I have it go to my Airtable, which extracts it out of inventory, and then I myself make the QuickBooks invoice. But I think what I'm going to try to do is I want to do like a Sortly to Airtable Zapier integration to QuickBooks payments. That way, ideally, I like do a service visit, scan the QR code, have it added to the invoice, have it subtracted out of inventory on our side, and then have it automatically make a QuickBooks invoice, which then gets sent to the customer as a net 30, and then after 15 days just reminds them pleasantly like, "Hey, you still owe this, it's due in 2 weeks." And I think that would really help with a lot of the back office stuff. And also, I suck at Zapier and all that stuff, but if I can get better at it, I can probably find someone on Fiverr or Upwork that I would at least know they're not bullshitting me when they tell me they have certain skills to do the job, because I've been in so many of these situations where I'll pay someone on Upwork like $5,000 or $10,000 to do some project, and it turns out I figure out like they're basically learning, they're learning to do it too. And ideally, I just find an expert, and Zapier is a big enough platform that I should just be able to find an expert for pretty cheap. So anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. And if you're interested in that kind of content, which is basically watching me struggle bust as I try to figure out how to do integrations, let me know. But again, I don't really give a shit what the algorithm wants me to write. I'm more interested in what the comments say. So if you have any type of information you want to know about any of these businesses that I've bought, about business in general, anything really, I'll do it. I like making videos that detail like the flag stuff, because I feel like for anybody that owns a flagpole that is just sort of pissing through money, which can happen, especially if you're running through flags every 6 months, or the retaining rings keep breaking, I can make a ton of content on how to make sure that you like really extend the longevity of your flag and the pole and all the accessories. So even the stuff that's external halyards, the smaller poles, I mean, I end up fixing a lot of those on the way anyway. So let me know if that kind of content pertains to you as well, and I'm happy to do it. So anyway, have a good Valentine's Day, everybody. Take care. And I'm running low on gas. I got a check engine light, and I got a low tire signal. So I just got like the Christmas tree of dashboard lights right now. So I need to pull over, figure out what this second cylinder misfire is, pump up my tire, and get gas. So what a day. Day 4 in the books, baby. I'm going to go do some notes. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.